Hey everyone, this is Tony, Tainted Lord A7, and here's part 24 of my CD collection. I have a whole lot of S albums to get through, so let's just go straight to it. The first album I'm going to show off is Sepultura, Arise, a classic thrash metal album from Sepultura. Everyone should know this one. So that's Sepultura's Arise. Next up is Sepultura's Beneath the Remains, another classic thrash metal album from Sepultura. Really good stuff. So that's Sepultura's Beneath the Remains. Next up is Sepultura's Chaos AD. Another good album from them. Not going to beat out the classics, but it's still a good album if you're into like some groove metal, thrash metal. But yeah, Sepultura's Chaos AD. Next up is Sepultura's Kairos. A very good album actually. Not the band's best, but in my opinion, this is a very good album from Sepultura. A bit more mid-paced thrash, but still some good stuff. So yeah, Sepultura's Kairos. Next up is Sepultura's Machine Messiah. Yeah, Machine Messiah by Sepultura. A very good thrash metal album from Sepultura. Really good stuff of the later albums from Sepultura. So that's Sepultura's Machine Messiah. Next up is Sepultura's Quadra, a very good thrash metal album. Heavy, fast, brutal, just insane. So yeah, Sepultura's Quadra. Next up is Sepultura's Roots, a very divisive album. Yeah, a very divisive album. Got a lot of mixed reviews. It's mostly a new metal album, mostly, but I still enjoy it. It's decent, not bad. But yeah, Sepultura's Roots. Next up is The Mediator Between Head and Hands Must Be the Heart by Sepultura. Yeah, this is also a good thrash metal album from Sepultura. Really good stuff. I really enjoy this one. But yeah, Sepultura's The Mediator Between Head and Hands Must Be the Heart. Long album title, but solid album. Now the next band is 6 Feet Under, 13. A very groovy death metal album. Yeah, a very groovy death metal album. It's pretty good stuff. Not the band's most amazing album ever, but still some pretty good groovy death metal from 6 Feet Under. So that's 13 by 6 Feet Under. Next up is 6 Feet Under, Haunted. Arguably the band's best album. Very good groovy death metal with some very thick vocals. Just some really good heavy stuff from 6 Feet Under. So that's Haunted by 6 Feet Under. Next up is 6 Feet Under, Torment. A very good death metal album. Yeah, this is a very good death metal album, but I feel this album is also overlooked. but I really do enjoy this one. It's a solid album from 6 Feet Under, in my opinion. So yeah, that's 6 Feet Under, Torment. Okay, next up is 6 Feet Under, Unborn, a very solid death metal album from 6 Feet Under. So that's 6 Feet Under, Unborn. And the next one is 6 Feet Under, Undead. Again, another solid death metal album from 6 Feet Under. Like this one and Unborn are truly underrated albums in their discography. And Undead by 6 Feet Under is another solid death metal album. Okay, next up is Soulfly. Yeah, Soulfly, Archangel. A very fast, heavy, thrashy album from Soulfly. Some really good stuff. So that's Soulfly, Archangel. Soulfly, Conquer. Very heavy, very groovy, very thrashy. Some very, very good songs on this album. Very good stuff. Another solid album from Soulfly. So that's Conquer by Soulfly. Excellent album. Next up is Soulfly. Yeah, Soulfly, Prophecy. Again, another solid album from Soulfly, in my opinion. Really good stuff. Very groovy, thrashy, and features other musical styles on this album like reggae. Reggae? Yeah, reggae, yeah. But very good stuff. Really enjoy this one. So that's Soulfly's Prophecy. Next up is Soulfly, Ritual. A very solid album from Soulfly. Very good album, very thrashy, and it actually touches upon death metal a little bit vocally. But yeah, this is a very, very good album. This is a very good album from Soulfly. So that's Ritual by Soulfly. And the last Soulfly album that I have is Savages. Yeah, Savages by Soulfly. A pretty underrated album, but it's pretty good, pretty decent. Still some good stuff on this one, so yeah, Soulfly's Savages. Okay, next up is Suffocation of the Dark Light. Very good brutal technical death metal from Soulfly. So yeah, just you kind of know what to expect with this band. So yeah, so Suffocation. Yeah, Suffocation of the Dark Light. Suffocation, Blood Oath, another very solid technical death metal album. So yeah, that's Suffocation's Blood Oath. Next up, next up is Suffocation, Despise the Sun. A nice little EP from the late 90s. Some pretty good death metal on here. So that's Suffocation's Despise the Sun. Next up is Suffocation's Pinnacle of Bedlam. Yeah, another very, very good death metal album from Suffocation. Pinnacle of Bedlam by Suffocation is definitely one of the best albums, in my opinion. Very good stuff. So that's Suffocation's Pinnacle of Bedlam. And the last Suffocation album that I have is Souls to Deny by Suffocation. Brutal, technical, heavy as hell, very good album. Definitely a very good Suffocation album. So that's Souls to Deny by Suffocation. Next up, next up is Suicide Silence. Remember, You Must Die. Some very good deathcore, you know? This is just heavy, aggressive, angry as hell, and just brutally heavy, in my honest opinion. So that's Suicide Silence. Remember, You Must Die. A very good album from Suicide Silence. Next up is Suicide Silence, The Black Crown. Another very solid deathcore album from Suicide Silence. The Black Crown is definitely heavy and aggressive, and this is some really good stuff. So yeah, Suicide Silence, The Black Crown. Next up is Suicide Silence, The Cleansing. Just a classic deathcore album. Very heavy, fast, and aggressive with some really high-pitched, gnarly vocals. Very good stuff. And arguably the band's best album. So yeah, that's Suicide Silence, The Cleansing. And the last Suicide Silence album that I have is You Can't Stop Me. Yeah, You Can't Stop Me by Suicide Silence. A pretty good deathcore album. Not the band's best, but it's still some good stuff. I really enjoy this one. So yeah, Suicide Silence, You Can't Stop Me. Okay, next band is Summoning, Let Mortal Heroes Sing Your Fame. A very good atmospheric black metal album. Very good stuff. So that's Summoning's Let Mortal Heroes Sing Your Fame. Next up is Summoning, Old Morning's Dawn. Another excellent atmospheric black metal album from Summoning. Very keyboard driven. Yeah, very keyboard driven, but very atmospheric and lush and beautiful. So that's Summoning's Old Morning's Dawn. And the last one is, well, the last one from Summoning is With Doom We Come. Yeah, With Doom We Come by Summoning. Another very good atmospheric black metal album from Summoning. Very good stuff. I really enjoy this one. So that's Summoning's With Doom We Come. Next up is System of a Down, Steal This Album. A very good nu metal, hard rock, heavy metal album from System of a Down. When it comes to System of a Down, you can expect energetic, frantic music, and that's what you get. So yeah, System of a Down, Steal This Album. System of a Down, the self-titled album. Another very good album from this band. And System of a Down, Toxicity. Probably the band's most well-known album. but this is some very good stuff. You know, if you're into hard rock, new metal, extreme music, this is just some really good stuff. So yeah, System of a Down, Toxicity. Okay, next one is The Chariot in the album Everything is Alive, Everything is Breathing, Nothing is Dead, and Nothing is Bleeding. A very, very, very heavy, extreme, chaotic, maniacal album. This album is not for everybody, but you just have to be in a certain mood to really enjoy it. But like I said, this is some heavy, crazy, frantic, chaotic, maniacal, just really extreme music in general. You know, if you're into like metalcore that's like all over the damn place, this is definitely a challenge to listen to, but you know, once it clicks, it just clicks. But yeah, The Chariot, everything is alive, everything is breathing, nothing is dead, and nothing is bleeding. But yeah. Okay, next one up is Theories, Regression, a very good death metal grindcore album from a band that surprisingly doesn't get talked about enough. This band, Theories, is very underrated, and Theories, Regression is a very solid death metal grindcore album. More people should be checking this album out. This is very good stuff. So yeah, Theories, Regression. Next up is Triptychon, Maulana Cosmata, a very, very good album. Yeah, a very good album that mixes black metal, gothic metal, doom metal, heavy metal. But yeah, this is excellent, excellent stuff. Really good album. So that's Triptychon, Maulana Cosmata. Next up is Twilight of the Gods, Fire on the Mountain. Yeah, this album is Bathory worship, and that's not a problem. If you love Bathory, Twilight of the Gods, Fire on the Mountain is a good album that pays tribute to Bathory. You know, very good stuff. So that's Twilight of the Gods, Fire on the Mountain. Twisted Sister, Stay Hungry. Yep, classic heavy metal, hard rock album from the 80s. So that's Twisted Sister, Stay Hungry. And the last album that I'm going to show off in this CD collection is Voices, Prediction. A pretty good power metal album that not a lot of people know about or talk about, but you know, if you're into your solid power metal, definitely check out Voice. Yeah, Voice, Prediction. And that's everyone. That's part 24 of my CD collection. Look forward to part 25 when that happens, and let me know what you think of this, any of these albums in that I showed. So take care and see you next time.